My friend, don't get caught up in all of these social media and YouTube success stories. It is so easy for us to instantly go into comparison and think, man, they're doing so good. They have accomplished all of these things before the age of 20 or something, and you are still stuck in your position in your life. But that's our first flaw, our first mistake. We should never, ever compare ourselves with anyone else but ourselves in the past. And I certainly did that mistake. And I was certainly lost at some point in my life. At that moment, I had no idea what life was all about, where I'm going to go, what my true values were, and what I was doing, what was my purpose. I had no clue on what to do with my life. And in this crisis, I used mechanisms like every one of us to distract ourselves and to not feel this uncertainty, not this stress, not this pain of not knowing what to do and why you do what you do. I dived deep into the virtual world and played video games and so on, just to do something, just to enjoy your time, even though you don't really know anything and have no direction. And in that period of my life, I was stuck. I had no real intention and no real goal. But at one point, after I made that decision, everything changed for me. And I would like to encourage everyone out there to reflect on their own lives and think, is this really what I want to do? Is this where I am right now my truth, my way of life? Or am I just running away from something? And often it is the case that we are running away from the things we truly want in our lives, but we're too afraid to face them. And it all started with me when I dropped out of school and started to travel with my father and read books, and just had the privilege of asking myself the questions without any pressure, without any responsibilities I had to attend to, and just was focused on myself, asking, what life do I want to live? What is out there in the world? Where is my life heading? What values are important to me? And only after I had the time and the opportunity to find these answers to these questions, I started to feel a fundament in myself, I felt grounded and entangled into my truth. And from that day on, I was so blessed with the clarity and certainty of my life and my direction. And I can now, and like looking back at it, see the difference and the comparison and the deep shadows that I've been in that period of my life. And as I look into the world and to see other people, I feel like there are so many out there who struggle from the same issue. And I hope with my words on this topic I could help someone out there. And that's all I'm doing here right now. On this subject, I read a book from David Data in which he describes a technique, a method to redefine your purpose, to reshape your life, and to explore and find out what your true passion, your true purpose in life truly is. And it is basically a method where you strip yourself from any distractions. Because we have to understand that our subconscious mind build up all of these habits and distractions that we do constantly on a daily basis, pretty much. And they keep us from our true purpose, so that we would never take on the risk of exploring this. Because through our habits and our everyday life, we build up comfort. And in this convenient lifestyle, we feel quite comfortable because everything is predictable, we know our routines, and life is simpler that way. But simpler does not mean that it is truly satisfying to us. It just means that our psyche can easily predict what is happening tomorrow and the day afterwards. And this gives us humans comfort, and makes us even risk that we never really live a purposeful life, because it has risks that we lose all of this comfort, all of these habits, and we might not be able to predict so much more like we did before. David Data describes this method as austerity. So you basically get rid of all of the distractions, of all of the habits that occupy your mind, which includes watching TV, reading newspaper articles, reading magazines, watching videos, using social media, using drugs, even intimacy and cuddling and sex, eating candy. Any activities that keep you distracted, we should get rid of all of them for a short amount of time in order to find out what we truly want in our lives. By sticking to these principles, you strip yourself of all the self-inflicted sleep that prevented us from true self-elaboration. Because truth be told, it can be very scary and inconvenient to take a serious, closer look at your own journey of life. The beautiful news are that there is a true purpose for each and every one of us. But also, on the contrary, most of us will not be patient enough or have the endurance to get rid of all of this noise around us and just listen to ourselves, to our inner voice, without all of these distractions and habits that keep us busy and away from our true purpose. But if you are honest with yourself right now, right here, just between you and me, you know that the simple life is not the fulfilling life. It is maybe more comfortable and more convenient to you, but deep down you always know that there's something missing. And therefore I encourage you right now to take your time, take a week, take at least a few days to just be with yourself and ask yourself these questions without looking at your phone, without reading the news, without delving into some computer game, and just be distracted and not reflect on what you truly want. Because only yourself, the only way to find the answer is within yourself, nowhere else. And I can tell you this, once you start this process, once you can find the fundament for your character, for your journey of life, you will see a domino effect unrolling in your life, because it is like compounding interest. Once you start developing beneficial habits and daily routines, they compound on each other and they will lift you up and make the bigger steps in life more easier, because you already do these little steps automatically, because they are not hitting some resistance in yourself, because they are already a part of your personality. So find out your purpose, build up some new routines and habits, and who knows, maybe in 1 or 2 years you will look back at your life and you wonder, how was I able to live with myself then? And look how far I have come since then.